What's new this month at Rogers Railroad Junction? Broadway Limited is plowing full steam ahead with Mikado types in their Paragon 3 line. The largest locomotives in the world when first produced in the 1880s, Mikados, or Mikes, featured tractive effort that exceeded that of the 10-wheelers and consolidations that preceded them, and generally produced a superior efficiency rating overall. This made them instantly popular with railroads, and the type remained in general service all the way up until the dawn of the diesel age in the 1950s. These particular locomotives, known as USRA Heavy Mikados, were of a standardized version built to government-ordained specifications during the First World War. Featuring an ABS body with die-cast chassis, traction tires, LED lighting, realistic decals around the builder's plate and other key areas, and Broadway's revolutionary Paragon 3 digital control system with rolling thunder sound effects. Then we're jumping ahead, way ahead, with SD80 Max from Kato, a name we honestly don't see very often in our HO inventory. Originally built for Conrail in late 1995, the 80 Mac was a smaller and more fuel-efficient cousin to the more powerful SD90 Mac. But despite outstripping its cousin by 1,000 horsepower, the 90 Mac developed reliability problems early in its career, including a particularly annoying tendency to eat crankshafts like corn chips. It's for this reason that the massive 90 Mac has been retired from service today, while the 80 Mac still saunters on with Norfolk Southern and CSX. So, yeah. With a suite of features that include a 5-pole motor with dual brass flywheels, working ditch lights, full end details, and all-wheel electrical pickup through scale 42-inch blackened wheels. Oh, and there's also a high-end digital control and sound system as well. Turning to Walthers, we have 40-foot AAR boxcars from their mainline series. Although not as detailed as cars from the Walthers Proto line, these cars nonetheless feature many molded details, along with metal wheels, Protomax knuckle couplers, and optimized weighting. Once the mainstay of many a railroad's general merchandise fleet, 40-foot boxes like these were eventually replaced by larger and heavier cars in the 1960s, although some managed to remain in service all the way up until the early 1980s. And then there's Athearn, who has 3 new offerings from their acclaimed Ready-to-Roll family, starting with 50-foot ice reefers. Some of the last refrigerated cars to be built before mechanical refrigeration revolutionized the industry, cars like this were a nod to the growing trend of bigger is better in freight car design. Hailing from the immediate post-war era, such cars were built in limited quantities compared to their 40-foot counterparts, before the inevitable march of progress rendered them obsolete. Features include realistic rooftop detail around the ice hatches, and liveries both limited and rare. And this is followed by 50-foot modern boxcars of the Pacific Car and Foundry Company. Produced by Athearn in multiple paint schemes, including prototypical variations in shading and color selection, road-specific features are a key point here, including the Southern Pacific's odd requirement that their cars be built with double Landis doors of 6 and 8 feet. Weird, huh? Real mesh crossover platforms and simulated overspray along the roof seams serve to complete the effect. And finally, we have Trinity 3-bay covered hoppers. A late entry into the railcar building market, Trinity Steel of Dallas, Texas acquired the assets of both Pullman Standard and Great American Transportation Corporation in 1984, instantly transforming the former farm equipment manufacturer into one of the largest railcar producers in the nation. Optimized for hauling agricultural products and dry chemicals, Trinity hoppers were adapted from previous Pullman designs and first debuted in the mid-1990s. Today, they stand as one of the most common types of covered hopper, second only to American Car Foundry's iconic Centerflow cars. And of course, all ready-to-roll products feature metal wheels and knuckle couplers, metal mesh catwalks, cut levers, air hoses, full underbody detail, freestanding ladders, and optimized weighting. So that about wraps it up for this month. Be sure to check out next month's video when our new Christmas stock will be featured. Or you can just drop by in person, of course, and see what else is new at Rogers Railroad Junction today.